right, man. Terence Crawford takes to social media to explain why, what is pound for pound, and why is, why do he believe he is pound for pound. So let's speak on it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video, man. Yeah, check out the Box News playlist. By the way, he had to talk his ish out here about why he believes he is pound for pound. Don't forget you can find me on X, Spotify, Anchors, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, the whole nine. I don't know if I'm gonna go live. I should put this up Thursday. I don't think I'm gonna go live on Thursday, maybe Friday. I don't know. I might go for live after the fight Saturday. I plan on, doing some shopping. My shopping Friday, shit, before everybody get off of work and shit. So whatever little shopping I'm about to do, your boy gonna get that shit out the way Thursday. So we ready. We ready. Come on. He said, Terence Crawford, when I say I'm pound for pound, best in the world, this is what I mean. You could put me in any weight category. If I was that size, I would still dominate. You definitely can't say the same for everyone else. Some don't have the style for smaller fighters or bigger fighters. I do. And I got to agree. Excuse me. I agree with him. And that's what it is. The pound for pound list was created, because the heavyweights were so dominant. They need to give recognition to everybody up under the heavyweights. This was even before cruiserweights was created, right? So one of the reasons the welterweights became so popular, I mean, obviously it's a rich history of great welterweights. I mean, Henry Armstrong, Sugar Ray Leonard, De La Hoya, Mayweather. You can go on and on. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. You just go on and on with a number of them. But nonetheless, right, there was great rich history. But the thing about it is, it's the last weight class to wear 8-ounce gloves, which kind of make them like the heavyweights of smaller weight classes. But in a way, everybody has different definitions of what pound for pound is, and a lot of them could be true. More than one thing could be right. More than one thing could be wrong. But in essence, some people use this litmus test as the all well-being of what they're saying. Is basically what he's saying is, you can put me in any weight category, and I got the size bigger and smaller. I got the style bigger, bigger, smaller fighters. And the way the way is facts. I mean, he does have the style. We seen him press guys, we seen him box, we seen him walk guys down, we seen him brawl versus Kavalaskis. So I mean he ain't lying. You see some guys where let's use Sonny Edwards. That style wouldn't play, moving up in weight. Let's keep it a bean. That style wouldn't get no play if he constantly moved up in weight. We just being real. Navarrete style. The higher he move up the weight, the more that style gonna get exposed. So yeah, I definitely agree with his synopsis here. He's a rare breed. But let's go to his next tweet. So then he goes on, and he says, how many of y'all favorite fighters had a close fight or fight they didn't dominate or lost? There is not one fighter that I fought professionally that could say I didn't dominate them. I never like to talk because I did my talk in the ring, but I'm really him. You better ask somebody. And that's just probably him sitting at home reflecting or reading some disrespect from these internet trolls, whatever like that. And he right. I mean, he don't lose rounds. Or he don't dominate and close the show out, knock guys out. So, I mean, you got to give it to him. You know, even when the fight with Sean Porter looked competitive and looked like he might kind of be getting tired, I mean, he stepped it up. He stepped it up and knocked Sean Porter out and had Sean Porter drooling on his shorts. And in his biggest fight, he shined, you know, versus Errol Spence. I mean, I think it's 10 straight knockouts now. And plus he knocked out every welterweight that he's fought. So at the end of the day, I mean, that's domination. You know, can't remember too many fighters that's been on that domination arc in recent history. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just not that many. So at the end of the day, sometimes you got to remind people. Sometimes, you know, a bit arrogance is needed. Ask Conor McGregor. You know, you need arrogance. You know, I think as a professional athlete, you know, even if you quietly arrogant, you know what I'm saying? You hear about athletes that's very humble in front of the camera, and then, you know, behind closed doors, they teammates and coaches saying, this is what you really think. I mean, I think what you put in the universe is obviously, what you receive back. For real. And I'll say this before, a lot of people are like, why is this happening to me? And knowing you everybody did some dirt. What my man say on the Blood of Law? Once in a lifetime, everybody did some dirt. He said the same came to me, so I ended the dope game. Black Superman, that's my shit. But yeah, everybody did some dirt. So when people asking why this shit happened to me, like you done sold dirt, you didn't smack some motherfuckers. You get what you receive, man. It may not be and that's also including the good things you do. The blessings may not come in the form that you wanted to come in, but every time you take another breath, you get another opportunity. I mean, what other blessing is to have a chance at living, But life ain't fair at all. What Too Short say? Life is too short. He said, I started Undisputed-ish. Nobody was screaming they wanted to be undisputed until me. I'm a trendsetter. Like it or not, y'all favorite fighters want to be just like me. And that's not the only thing either. Hey man, shout out to my boy Payroll Giovanni. He got a song called Just Like Me. That's my shit. Go check that out. Payroll Giovanni, Just Like Me. But hey, man, at the end of the day, I'm gonna let y'all in on a tidbit. I heard that he didn't even want to go for Undisputed. Top Rank convinced him to go for Undisputed at 140. He wanted to jump to 47, thinking that it was all good in the hood. I fought two PBC fighters. They gonna show some love. PBC gonna show me some love in the club. And with Bob Arum, they knew that they wasn't gonna work with them. So they told Terence Crawford it's probably best that you get some leverage and you go try to be undisputed. So that's the crazy thing about it. That's the real crazy thing about it, because he thought that they, since they had did some work together, that they was gonna work with him, but that's not the case. That wasn't the case. So yeah, unfortunate for him that he thought that it was gonna be all good in the hood, and they knew it wasn't. That's why Top Rank pushed him to go for Undisputed. But I mean, at the end of the day, he still had to go through with it. He accomplished it, and then everybody, I guess everybody started to want to get Undisputed. So I ain't mad at it. I mean, but sometimes you got to remind people, and sometimes people forget. Sometimes people forget. You got to remind people and say, well, you ain't gotta put it in our face. You ain't gotta remind me. You ain't gotta. Some people like to say that as a shaming tactic. And you get that from a lot of ungrateful people. Like if I'm telling you something, if I'm reminding you something, then you being ungrateful or you forgetting. You ain't gotta always tell me, what I've done and what you done for me. Well, act like you fucking remember. My favorite is when you lend somebody some money. When I used to lend people money, I don't even care. I'm gonna give it back. Hey man, if I give it to you, you give it back, you give it back. I really don't care. Because I don't really believe much motherfuckers say anyway. Right? But my favorite thing is when you lend somebody some money. Oh, you want that little petty $100? You really tripping about that? Like, bro, it wasn't petty when you needed it. No cap. It wasn't petty when you needed it. So, But yeah, man, he went on and says that I'm so cold they created imaginary streets. I think he, for me, tried to blackball me, railroad me, age me, but I still came out on top. It's all guys playing. One day, y'all haters will see that. And at the end of the day, that's no cap. I don't think the streets are imaginary though. That's what I will disagree with him on. I don't think the streets are imaginary. I think the streets are real. I mean, we seeing, Devin Haney talking about he want to remain a promotional free agent. Um, yeah, he wants to remain a promotional free agent. Because he want to be able to work with, make the biggest fights happen. You know what I'm saying? People say, "Oh, you can't go over there. You can't do this. You can't go to fight them." Oh, he on the wrong side of the street. That's a mythical matchup. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? You hear people saying that. So that's a mythical matchup. That ain't real, or you know what I'm saying? So you hear people saying that, bro. So um but he right, oh, he on the wrong side of the street, this, that, and the third. And he did beat the odds. They tried to age him out, they tried to freeze him out, they tried to block him out, they tried to vilify him, they tried to defame his character, said he wasn't a pay-per-view star, but the numbers was pretty much the same what he was doing with Errol Spence for the most part. And at the end of the day, he need to be thanking Errol Spence. Real talk. I will say that it take two to mango. Errol Spence, but then again, Errol Spence, he put his foot in his mouth. He said, I promised the fans. I didn't promise you anything. I promised the fans. That's what he said. I promised the fans. And maybe never made that promise to the fans or never said he was going for Undisputed. Maybe he would have never been in that predicament. Well, that's what happened when sometimes you be riling yourself up. You don't even know what you're doing, bro. Sometimes you don't even know what you're doing. You just be talking. The next thing you know, you done put yourself in a situation where, it's like, damn. Did I do that? Sometimes you put yourself in that type of situation. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next to the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Check out the Box News playlist. Peace.